Morning all. So it's Thursday the 7th of September. Just gone 10 to 7 in the morning. As we know, forecast again today is 28 degrees. It's the same as yesterday. That was the stickiest 28 degrees I can remember. So, like everyone, getting a dog out has to be like early morning. As you can see, there he is, or late evening. So I decided to come up here this morning. Grass is long, it's not very wet, but it's high up, which you'll see in a minute. As you can see by the hill, we're not going right to the top, but there's a nice breeze, so give me a chance to let him just burn a little bit more energy than yesterday, because yesterday I had some stuff to do, so I only got him out for a blast around the field by me, which isn't that big. There's no breeze and it was quite sticky. So, but end of the day, we all know he's, dog's not going to die for not having one walk, or a decent walk. But in this weather, they can from having a walk in the wrong weather. So it's tough for everyone. And I'm sure you've worked out, everyone has the same idea. When it's hot, you see like more dog walkers in compressed 2 hours than you do normally. If it's raining, you've got any time of day and probably not bump into one. But so as you can see, he's ready. He's onto something like that. Ready. So yeah, so one question I'm asked a lot is when I'm out just doing any sort of training, whether that be a full-on training session or I'm just letting him out for a walk, how much training do I keep up? Well, as you can see there, he goes for a little wander. He ignored me a little bit. That's something I'll have to sort out with him. But now he has to walk to heel, and he has to stay at heel until I release him now. Good boy. And I do this on all my walks. He will walk to heel till we get up on the flat. Then I will make him heel. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Get on. Good boy. So yeah, so I make him walk to heel, make him sit for a bit, release him, and then in a minute, or 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, I'll do, if I was up training now, we do some dummy work up here, and then when I move from here to the next part, he'd have to walk to heel, dummy work, next part walk to heel, and so on. Just because up where we are at the moment, again, anyone that knows Gloucester, I know what he's chasing now. I just worked today by what's on the floor. Come here. Wait. Here. Close. Here. Hey. Sit. So, sit. Right there. They've put cows up here. They're usually down the bottom bit fenced off, and there's usually an electric fence out and a sign. And they're also sometimes on the other side of the road, but you sit there. As you can see, he doesn't run in on them. Beautiful view. Very misty at the moment, but I got a feeling when that mist lifts and this cloud breaks today, it's going to be a hot one. But I'm just going to do some bits video. I'll move away from the cows. He's not going to run into them. He's not bothered by them. He's more scared than they are of him. Some little clips, I'll put it together, but there won't be many videos this week because the forecast is just too hot. Monday onwards, then we'll start doing some, and we'll also get some more customer videos on. As you can see, I've told him to sit there. He's not allowed to move. He can sit and look at them, but if he moves, he'll get put back into a sit position. I do this with sheep, I do this with chickens, I do this with everything. It's okay to look, but you cannot go chasing livestock. So now we're going to make, sit. So now we're going to take him completely the other way. Get on, good lad. But catch up a bit. So I've now brought him to this big valley, gully, whatever you want to call it. There's another one like this a bit further on, where quite often I'll stand on top of the hill, chuck a dummy or something over, and then send him. He really has to work. But he's still only just over 15 months, and this bank here is quite high, and the drops are very steep. What I don't want to do is overdo it and put too much pressure on his bones, even though theoretically they formed, and his adult bones are growing, the marrow bones bound together. I don't want to overdo this with hills, so I've come to the smaller hill, just severe as you'll see in a minute. Sit up. Wait. That's not too bad. The ball is obviously bounced, and it's in that little bit of bramble. I don't want really thick bramble, because sometimes that could put a dog off, because the thorns are that sharp. That's not too bad over there. I've been up here before. He'll put his nose in that, no problem. As you see, he's getting his head up, he's trying to get a scent, then he's putting his nose down. I'm going to let him do this for a bit. If he goes too far away, if you've seen my videos before, I'll put my whistle. Yeah, now he's on it, so I'm just going to leave him be. It's just inside that little bit of bramble. He's just got to work out where it is. Good boy. And this hill, as you'll see when he comes back, he can go that way or he can go either way. It's not that bad. Good boy. Sit up. Drop. So on a normal day of, when I say normal day, a normal September day in the UK, chances are we could be looking at a bit of rain today, or the temperature being about 8-9 degrees. And I would probably spend 45 minutes up here with him. But a day like today, even though right now up here it's very cool, there's a lovely breeze, it doesn't feel sticky at all. It's not like it did yesterday morning. I was just out by me, but I'm still not going to overdo it. I'm probably going to do another maximum of 4 or 5 retrieves and about another 5 minutes walking, and that'll be him done for today. As you can see, we've only done 10 minutes. I normally be like that after 25, but we'll keep going, and I'll speak to you all soon. So I do post on my Facebook page quite a bit about availability, and there's a few things around availability people need to be aware of. If you haven't looked back through, there's a post back on my page about a month ago. If you haven't looked back through my page, I'll tell you what it is now. If you message me for any training, whether it's first time message or repeat message, I will respond definitely within 24 hours, but most times within an hour. I will then offer you a time and a date. I will then give you 48 hours to respond to that message, and if you do, that will be provisionally booked in. I then message you 2 days before that message, before that appointment is due, for confirmation. At that point, you provide me with your address, and that is then I will turn up on that time and date at your location. If you don't respond to the original message within 48 hours, the time and date, that spot after 48 hours will be offered to somebody else. If you do respond to the original one, and then I message you 2 days before to get confirmation and your address, you don't respond, I won't turn up because I've got no address to go to, you've not confirmed. It's the same as my post again from the other week. When you've had one lesson with me, I leave you stuff to train and carry on doing, and ask you to message me within 7 to 10 days. I'm not going to chase you up. Now, I know everyone's work-life balance is different, so it's not 7 to 10 days. It is 7 to 10 days for an update, but I literally leave you for a whole month. If I haven't heard from you in a month, I won't kick anybody off my training programs, because that's not what I do. But you'll just have to go to the bottom of the list. So when appointments become available, people at the top will get first dibs on them. I think it's more than reasonable. I know a lot of trainers that you have to pay up front for lessons. If you cancel, it's non-refundable. I could probably give you easily 50 examples of people that have cancelled on me 2 days before, day before, even an hour before. And I haven't charged them a single penny. They've offered to pay and I've said no, it's fine, because things happen. You know, people get taken unwell, cars break down, that sort of thing. I don't charge people for cancelling, but on the back of that, I won't chase you up. If you want your dog to learn and improve and your relationship with your dog to get better, then you should be messaging me at 7 to 10 days. And then the second catch up, again, it's just a simple message. Training's going okay, been 50-50. At good days and bad days. Because when people have a problem, they'll message me straight away. So it's got to be fair. I don't really ever want to bring in where I have to take non-refundable deposits on a full-time basis. I do it sometimes if people let me down consistently, but I don't really want to bring that in. But I may have to if people keep cancelling, and it's the same people doing it all the time. But apart from that, availability wise at the moment, because of the weather this week, I've moved 22 lessons I think it is to next week. So next week, weekdays and weekend, I am absolutely chock-a-block. Weekends I am probably booked almost to the end of September. October, weekdays I'm pretty much full. The only other issue that I have sometimes is people who come to me who are also seeing other trainers. Now, I have a simple policy. If you are already seeing another trainer, I won't train you and your dog. And that has nothing to do with me not liking the other trainer, not getting on with it. How other trainers teach, that is up to them. But simple process being, every trainer does it differently. And if you're seeing 2 other trainers, 1 other trainer, 3 other trainers, whatever it is, your dog's getting so many mixed signals, how do you expect to succeed? If you're not getting on with your trainer, and if you think that's me, then go and find a different trainer. But don't use 2 or 3, because it ain't fair on your dog. That's the main thing. So the other thing is, dog trainers do talk. Like, I know I have a few dog trainers by me. I have nothing against them. I don't follow their pages. I don't think they follow mine. They get on with their business, I get on mine. But if I'm full, I'll say to somebody, if you're really desperate, go and speak to these people. But if you are seeing, so I will know quite often who they're seeing, and if that person then tries to come to me and says, oh, but I'm not seeing one, but please don't, you know, I know you are, and I won't train you. It's purely because for the dog to succeed in the quickest amount of time, one opinion, one point of view, you know, you don't take your car to a garage, and whilst that garage is working on your car, stop halfway through and go and get a mechanic from a different garage to come and look at it, do you? So it's the same with dogs. Give them some chance of success. Give them some chance of success. One trainer, and if you just don't get on with them, change the trainer altogether, but don't go to 2 or 3. Apart from that, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to do a bit more training. As you can see, he's panting like hell. We've only done 2 retrieves and a little bit of a walk. The breeze is starting to drop and the temperature's starting to get up a little bit. So another 5 minutes and I'm going to take him back home. But I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy the weather if you can. If not, the weekends again is supposed to be 28 degrees. Enjoy it. Whatever you're doing, barbecues or parties or whatever, make the most of it, because no doubt in a week's time I'll be studio going, I'm fed up of getting soaking wet. Enjoy it all. Last thing, which I forgot just to say a minute ago, obviously when you come places like this, in this weather, anywhere there's long grass, the first thing I do when I get back is I stand him on the back of my truck. You can stand him in the boot of your car, and I will check him for ticks straight away. Just because this weather, this is prime. They'll be in the long grass. I'll check him over for ticks. I have got tick removers, 2 or 3 different sizes. So if any of my clients are ever out and they find a tick on their dog and they haven't got one, message me, and if I can get to you that day, you borrow mine by all means. It takes seconds to do. On eBay, they're dirt cheap. But hey, they're dirt cheap. Always worth having. But yeah, when you get back from any walk, especially in this weather, any long grass, check your dog for ticks, because if you don't, consequences can be awful. Okay, take care all.